Yeah, DeAndre, I want to start with you. With Greg back in the mix as the official head coach again, how do you expect his influence to be felt, even though BJ is running the team through this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be any different from what it was before. A lot of the things that Greg installed with this team, so be it the culture, the playing style, those sorts of things. BJ's continued those things and done great with it. And when Greg comes back, it'll be a smooth transition into working with Greg again. So I'm sure there's not going to be you know, any lapse over there. It'll just be a smooth transition.
And Djordje, can you just kind of take us through what it's been like, playing in the Netherlands and experiencing a new league over the last several months?
Um, yeah, it's first. It was great to finally achieve that goal of mine that I set since I was a little kid, and I quickly saw the difference in the sport between playing in MLS and playing over there. It's taken me some time, which I expected from myself, to adapt to just living in a new culture again. And I had the privilege to live in Montreal already a kind of European city that kind of helped me adapt well to the move to Amsterdam. But no, this is just another step up in my career, and I'm excited for the next season and to play a bigger role in the team.
We'll go to Hector Lazzeri.
Hi guys, thanks for the opportunity. I wanted to ask DeAndre a couple of questions from, from Mexico City. First, as one of the more experienced players in the USMN national team, when do you believe that the tide changed and maybe the US ended up being the better team and started getting great results against Mexico? And also, I wanted to ask you about Leo Messi and going to Inter Milan and to your team. What are you guys talking about? What are you expecting about that?
Yeah, well, for the first question, I mean, I think you just look at the games and see, when we started getting really good results against them, and that kind of answers that question. When the tide changed. As far as the second question, um, soccer is a interesting sport, and I don't like to speak on things until something's definitely happened. So as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, nothing has been signed yet. And nothing's been confirmed. So um, I'm not gonna speak on Messi until something's confirmed.
We'll go to Doug McIntyre from Fox Soccer.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, guys, for doing this. Appreciate it. DeAndre, wanted to ask you. I mean, it's we know why it's basically two different teams for the two tournaments. But after the win the other night, I mean, is there pressure on this group to match that and to to retain the Gold Cup crown at all?
No, I don't think there's pressure. I think we have a great group. We know what we're capable of. The group that was competing in the Nations League did an unbelievable job, and we're just trying to carry that on over. We're not defending the Gold Cup; we're attacking it. That's our mindset going into it. So that's how we want to play every game. We want to be aggressive. We want to dominate the games, just as the group that was involved in Nations League did. So that's kind of our mindset going into it.
Next will be Brian Sciaretta from American Soccer Now.
Thank you, Michael. Djordje, I was wondering if you could just speak a little bit about the opportunity that this tournament offers you. I mean, in terms of competition for spots and the opportunity to showcase yourself in terms of what you've learned from in Europe, and just walk us through the mindset of what you see, the stage and what you see available in front of you in the next couple of weeks.
Um, I look at this in a couple ways. From a national team side, this is again my chance to make a point that I belong in the big competitions with the national team, and I have to go into every game, showing my qualities, and I don't feel the pressure to prove anything like that. Just to prove it to myself that I'm good enough. And the other side is this is basically the start of my season. My club starts preseason in a week and a half, and I need to fight for a starting spot in my club team, and this is where I begin to do that, and I have a good time in this Gold Cup, and I carry that over to the club's season. I think I'm gonna be happy with the rest of this year.
Our last question for today comes from Andrew Jones.
Thanks, Michael, as always. First for DeAndre, want to ask you about the Mount Avery whole brand that you started there. How's that going? And also just about whether you think the Nations League overshadows the Gold Cup sometimes, and Concacaf should just focus on just having the Gold Cup. And for Djordje, just want to ask you, what's been the funniest Pascal Janssen story that you've had over the course of being in Eredivisie?
You want to start?
Yeah, I'll go first. First question, Mount Avery stuff's going good. We got some stuff dropping pretty soon here, beginning of July. The clothing, which is kind of what I'm really excited for, will be more kind of in the fall. So that's all being produced right now. So everything's good with that. I appreciate you asking. As far as Gold Cup and Nations League, I don't know. Their competitions are opportunities for us to compete, opportunities for us to show, why we believe we're the best in CONCACAF, and for us to make a statement, kind of to the whole world. So whether they should be there, shouldn't be there, it's just we see it as opportunities for us to compete and hopefully to lift more trophies.
About Pascal, is another personality of a different personality of a coach that I get to have along my career. He's a very, very disciplined, hard coach, and there's not too many funny stories, just very hard stories and disciplined stories so far, and that's making my time in Europe I think that much better in my experiences is this disciplined mentality.